Hello everybody and welcome back to another action figure review. Well, actually 3 different figures, because what we're looking at here is the McFarlane's Monsters Icons of Horror Deluxe 3-pack. And well, this is here on my desk because it's Halloween and because I am a huge fan of horror characters and figures, especially those twisted, creepy ones. And I must say that these 3 figures from McFarlane here, they are just that. And we really have a lot to cover here, so I think I'm going to split this review into 2 parts. But let's begin with the figures and characters here. Dracula, the immortal prince of darkness, and he can be charming and persuasive. But in his many forms, bat, wolf, mist or monster, he's stuff of nightmares, fangs, bared and driven by an unquenchable lust for blood. He preys on the innocent to sustain his own wretched life. Frankenstein's monster, the second figure, created from a mishmash of remains stolen from a peasant cemetery, hunted and persecuted as an abomination, the slow-witted yet immensely strong behemoth wanders the globe with the decaying corpse of his creator strapped on his back. Yeah. And finally, the mummy. Bones creak and the rotten choking smell of old death fills the air. Returned from the land of the dead by an ancient evil curse, the mummy stalks the world of the living on an unending quest for vengeance against those who disturbed his eternal slumber. 3 classic monsters here in a very, might I say, unusual approach. Let's crack this box open and take a closer look at the monsters. And with the first part of the box removed here, you can see the figures safely strapped inside. We also have a little bag over here with what looks like rats for Dracula, I guess. And then take a look at the details here. Dracula's bat wing-like cape. The chains here. I really can't wait to get these figures out on the table. But I guess I'm going to focus on one of the monsters first, and then I'll take a further look at the other 2 in the second part of this video. Well, I decided to begin with a closer look at the mummy. And well, let me begin by saying that this is by far the coolest looking and best mummy figure that I have seen. There might be others that I haven't seen, but all things considered, this is top class mummy. And why? Because of the sculpt, the details, and then the figure represents just all the things that I consider scary and creepy and cool about mummy characters. It is the walking dead with bandages. And take a look at all these accessories. We have a bendy wire snake. We have a complete Anubis outfit that you can put on the figure. I'll demonstrate that later. We have 2 weapons. And the one he's holding right here. An axe with a sculpted Anubis. And then we have the figure itself. Rotten, bony. You can even, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you can look right through his skull. So the weak part of the McFarlane figures is typically the articulation, but even here, this figure actually is quite good, because we have joints here and the arm, it can turn, the wrist can move, bend here, or turn here, sorry. Leg movement is restricted, but we still can bend the knees, rotate. Also the feet here, And as icing on the cake, you can articulate the jaw. Yeah. So, it is still a little difficult to make the figure stand on its own, but there are still a lot of joints that you can work with and give it these walking, creepy, mummy-like poses here. Yeah, like this one. And as I mentioned, you can actually put this outfit on the mummy, so now it is the image of Anubis, which is a completely second display option. Now let's take a look at the size of the figures here, and in my opinion these figures fit perfectly into the 6-inch scale. Over here we have the Mesco 6-inch Count Olok, and they are, well, relatively in the same scale. Over here we have the Diamond Select Boris Karloff 1932 mummy, and he is significantly larger. But in the 6-inch scale, I think you can fit in these McFarlane monsters here. Well, before we wrap up the first monster figure here, I just want to mention that if you own the Boris Karloff Diamond Select mummy figure, you already have a cool mummy base and display with the Egyptian goddess Isis, as well as pottery and statues, so you can create a cool mummy display. I think I'm going to do that because this mummy figure is, in my opinion, just really, really cool. But we'll see about the other two figures in the next part of this Halloween Monsters special with the McFarlane's Deluxe 3-pack Icons of Horror. Thanks a lot for watching. Leave a comment and subscribe, and remember to stick around for the second part of this review.